Marcus, I want to congratulate you on Love and Stuff. I really want you to know that staying grateful and understanding the power of what it is to be operating out of a space of abundance and gratitude is the most important part of every journey of every day. So, Marcus June, congratulations on this book. It's on Amazon now. That makes me so proud of you and your family and me and my family, and every single person around us gets it. So, good on you for bringing it into the hands and the laps and the Kindles of all the people. Okay? So, we're going to check it out. Can't wait to learn more.
And good evening. I am excited to be back again. And in a moment, Autumn will be joining me as we round out this full swing of Prime Days. What's in your Prime Day cart? What's in your cart today? If you've done Prime Day shopping, we want to make sure that you will add one more thing to your cart. So excited to be here and excited to have you here. We are across a number of platforms, live on Amazon Live, on Facebook Live, Twitch TV, YouTube events, Twitter, and LinkedIn Live. We're just pulling all stops out today, going live, because we really believe, really know um, that all right. We really know that um, I was a little lost. All right. No. So good evening. Wherever you're watching from, drop in the comments and tell us, answer that question for me. Have you done any Prime Day shopping? Anybody done any Prime Day shopping? Find any great deals? What is in your Prime Day cart? I'm interested to know what have you put in your Prime Day cart. All right. Because there's one more thing I think you need to put in your cart. In Prime Days, of course, it was projected that there might be $300 million spent over these last 2 days. I don't know how accurate that is, but I'm wondering if one of the things you bought in your cart, if it is something that is a purchase that is an investment. Uh, I know we buy the things we love, so many things. Um, as I was saying, the earbuds, my earbuds, I haven't charged them since July 3rd. It's now the 12th, and I still have 64%. Now that's a good deal. And these are available as well. Um, and so I'm wondering, what about you? What have you found as a find on Amazon? Of course, I swear by this pre-dream stand. It is on Amazon and it's on sale. If you are on Amazon Live, you can see the item there. Oh, I don't know if I added the stand this time around, but this is also one of those items that if you didn't have it, you wonder what you would do without it. And so I'm just asking, what's in your cart? What is in your cart? What is in your cart? Okay. So I'm gonna give Autumn a second to join us. All right. No, if she is all right. Give her a second. Did you try the link? All right. Giving her a second to join us. All right. Okay. All right, Autumn. Come on and join us. The second one. All right, we're gonna help her out. She's having a little trouble getting to us. We gonna help her out. Should we help her out? Yes, we should help her out. A little trouble getting to us, and we want to make sure she can get to us quickly. All right. All right, let's get it. Let's see if that helps her get to us. Let's make sure we can get it right because it'll freeze on us. All right. All right. We good? All right. I want to make sure we good on the Amazon Live. All right. Okay. So hopefully Autumn will be joining us in a second. And thank you for joining us that you that are on Amazon Live. Let me check the comments. What is it, bro? It is it is it's the gratefulness journey every day if you're still here. Um William J. Lyons, my brother. You can help me circulate it and share it. This is the book that I've authored, The Gratefulness Journey Every Day. What are you doing in the next 30 days to transform your life? It is $11.99, available on Amazon Prime right now. And this book will bless your life. And I want you to share with all your alphas. So share it with all of them, William. It's going to support Autumn, who is joining me right now. Hello, Autumn Nicole.
Hi.
How are
Good.
you?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Happy Wednesday to you.
Happy hump day.
Happy hump day. I think you had an amazing day.
Yeah, I had a good day. It was a little jam packed, but I made it past it, so that's the important part.
You made it over the hump. That's the important part. That is the important part. And so for those of you that are watching William Lyons and others and those that are on Amazon Live and LinkedIn Live, and thank you LinkedIn Live today for sharing out the posts that we're coming across. I really appreciate those of you that are in the business community. And this is a business. HR Passion LLC is a business. And Marcus Holmes is the Chief Passion Officer. And this is one of my products, The Gratefulness Journey Every Day. What are you doing in the next 30 days to transform your life? And so I appreciate those of you in the business community that said, hey, we want to share this content. Thank you, those on Twitter. Max Bloomberg, thank you. A million thanks to you for sharing that on Twitter. And we can only get JK rolling to share it out now that we've tagged her in it. Let's see if it gets some traction there. Thank you on YouTube events, those that have been sharing it out. And thank you on Amazon Live and the new followers that I have there, as well as TikTok. We're not live right now on TikTok, but thank you, TikTok followers as well. So I don't want to miss anybody. Of course, Facebook. Cannot forget all of the great people on Facebook. And you can still purchase. My question is, what's in your Prime Day cart? Because it's still 3 hours and 50 minutes left. And if it holds true, the statistics that there are $300 million sales between these 2 days, I'm wondering among those sales, what's in your cart? Here is a prime reason. You're looking at a prime reason to add the gratefulness journey every day in your cart because the proceeds are going to go to Autumn Nicole Davis, who is heading to the prestigious Thurgood Marshall School of Law in Texas. And we're excited for her. Her countdown has begun. In just a few weeks, she will be heading down to Houston for the next couple of years. And as she says, enjoying the weather down there, though I know it will be very hot down there. So, Autumn, just checking in with you. I know that you're not a big in front of the camera social media person, I don't think. But how has this last few days been for you?
Getting on like these lives and stuff.
Mhm.
Ugh. Um, I thought about being a content creator and kind of like um expressing and sharing my law school journey. I don't know that I'll be doing that. I see the amount of work that it takes to put in to get some of these lives out and kind of understand it a little bit more. It's a lot to be in front of the camera. Um, for me personally, I have a social meter. So sometimes if I've been on the phone all day being at work, I currently work as a medical malpractice legal assistant for a personal injury firm here in the Metro Detroit area. So I handle most of the consultations. So to talk to people all day long and kind of still be in front of a camera or talking can be a little bit much. But I've enjoyed, of course, sharing as much as I possibly can and allowing people to get to know me a little bit better.
Yes, I know that it's quite a feat for you to be in front of the camera this much. So I appreciate you joining in partnership with my efforts to try to engage people around the Gratefulness Journey every day, which is among the products that I have my favorite. And it's because it's a part of me, and which is also a part of you. And so I think it does give people a chance to see um, who we are, peel back some of the layers of who we are so that we can be all that we need to be. So, what's happening over there?
Sorry.
Okay. So, uh, I've been asking you questions and questions and questions and questions. Tell us, yep, yep. That's kind of how people, get to know, though I know, some of the answers to those questions, and you probably should know those answers to those questions. It's made you kind of be quick on your feet, which is good, I think, if you're going into law, because you're going to have to be able to, and sometimes be quick on your feet. But what might there be about Autumn that is a little known fact that you can share that people would be like, that's interesting. What's an interesting fact about Autumn?
My favorite pastime is either sleeping or binge watching shows. And my comfort shows are Criminal Minds, NCIS, um, Grey's Anatomy, although it took me a while to feel comfortable enough to watch Grey's Anatomy just because it was my mom's favorite show. And I remember being little and seeing her watch that show and talk about the characters. So I'm just now in my healing journey or healing stage to be able to watch that show, which is a great feat for me. And I'm very proud of myself for being able to do so. Um, so Grey's Anatomy, Criminal Minds, NCIS, How to Get Away with Murder, and Scandal are my comfort shows. Another fun fact is just that I watch anime, so like Japanese anime, typically it being in subtitles or also sub edition instead of dub. So yeah, I'm really into anime and I love my comfort shows, and that's my favorite pastime.
Yeah. I know that you like a lot of. I always thought you might go into criminology because you've always had kind of a fascination about figuring things out and being the sleuth and saying, "Oh no, Uncle, she didn't do it. He did. Oh no, Uncle, did you see that? Did you pay attention to that?" You've always been that person that picks things apart, and I love it. Fascinated about that aspect of your mind because it's like you're always thinking, okay, now know this, and you would figure out, kind of guess, the clues, context clues, and all of that very well. Um, but there was one show, I forgot the name of it, but what's the show that they, um, what's it called? Squid Game? Is that the
Yeah,
show
Squid
you like?
Games.
Who?
Yeah. Squid Games. It's not an anime, but yeah, it's a Japanese based show.
Yeah, when you said Japanese, that made me think of Squid Game. And I was like, I could only watch about an episode and a half of that. It was just, it
Too
was too much.
gory.
Yeah, it was a bit much for me at that time. So you have these wonderful shows, and I think Grey's Anatomy has been. I don't know if it's been on as long as you've been. I mean, it's been on a long time.
Almost as long as I've been on this earth, yes.
Yeah, it's been on a very, very long time. And so that's always interesting to hear because most people would think you're going to watch some of the shows that most other younger people watch. I would say Grey's Anatomy might not be the top among people your age, you think?
My people my age, we love us a little Shonda Land. We love us Shonda Rhimes. So
Okay.
anything she put out, Bridgerton is by Shonda. So we love watching her collection of things that she creates.
Mm-hmm.
People my age, the last of the 1990s, we
Got
love,
it. Okay,
you know.
you do. Okay. And what's the other, Queen Charlotte? Did she do that one as well?
Yes, Queen Charlotte, yeah.
Queen Charlotte as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you do kind of like an aspect of mystery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of like that. Do you know why that is? Why, it's just your thing? What?
It's just my thing. Like I like murder mystery games, or like you can get these things off of Amazon or some other websites, but mainly Amazon, where they give you cold case files or made
Mhm,
up cold case files, and you can kind of figure those out and look
mhm.
at it from the detective aspect. And so I like things like that. I like escape rooms. I like those kinds of things that's really gonna intrigue and push my mind.
Yeah, challenge your mind. Very good. I am talking to Autumn Nicole Davis. I've said her whole government name, as she says, and she is my sweetest, sweetie girl in the whole wide world. I can say that. And she is also my niece, who is like my daughter, who is heading to law school. How proud am I? I'm very proud, and we are here just to spend a little bit more time in the full swing of Prime Days, as it's kind of winding down in the next 3 hours and so, to ask you what is in your Prime Day cart. And I looked on Amazon. I was looking for an email, but I looked on Amazon, and a couple of things I pulled up is this Viz Pro magnetic white erase board. So those of you that are on Amazon, that is also an item that's 20% off that's available. Then there is a bright desk lamp available, and a Drevitt LED desk lamp available that are listed there. So you have this love for figuring out things, mystery, going to law school that can go in great, that be in great use, investigating, researching. Is there an aspect of the law that has stood out to you more? I mean, you're a legal assistant in the medical malpractice. You did some time kind of in, I would say, the public defense area, right? Um, is there any area of law that you're like, I'm really interested in that?
So there's no area that piques my interest more than the others. I think they all, at this point, pique my interest equally,
Mm.
and that would be criminal defense, or public interest, also known as PI, as well as I am a little interested in corporate, doing mergers, acquisitions, and possibly on the side of litigation. And then in-house counsel, kind of still working for a nonprofit organization, maybe, and looking at maybe civil rights. So that interests me. I don't know about medical malpractice or personal injury law, which includes motor vehicle accidents, things of that nature. Just because of the work that I've done, it's a lot emotionally taxing. Um, Especially when it's pertaining to children, youth, and our elders. So if I could not be involved with that group of people, then, or not have to represent those, yes, I could possibly do it. But it is still interesting, and there might be a way I can still be involved, just not as involved as I am currently.
Got it. And what about the children, youth, and seniors? Kind of says, I don't know about that.
I feel like the seniors, youth, children are our core of our humanity. Um, so when it comes to negligent or abuse occurring as it relates to them, it can be a little bit more emotional, especially pertaining to women. So it's very difficult for me to set apart my emotions versus the facts and case, and or even seeing some of the evidence. It can be a bit difficult to see. I love children. I love to babysit other people's kids. Let me put an emphasis on that. I love to babysit other people's kids. Um, and I love our elderly community. I think that they are the wisest and should be appreciated for the journey in which they've taken, and we can learn so much from them. And it's important to treat them with care. So, yeah, that's why I think I answered your question.
Yes, I believe you did. And you've always had such a love for seniors, especially. Of course, your grandmother, and then there are ladies at the church, the Greater Christ Baptist Church, who you really embraced and endeared, and they were endeared to you. Um, do you see a need for those types of advocates in the nonprofit space? Someone advocating for them that may not be as close to the situation.
Yeah, I feel like there's always a need. There's a need everywhere, including nonprofit organizations. And I'm sure there are a couple that specifically are geared towards our senior community. I'm just not aware of them at this moment in time. But I'm sure they're as involved. There are organizations that I'm aware of that aren't necessarily the attorneys themselves, but they might refer out, meaning that they'll give referrals to those people who need legal services. So there's tons of avenues and things for our elderly community, and yes, there's a need for it.
Got it. I'm pivoting a little bit because you are sacrificing quite a bit to relocate to Texas. I mean, you are working and you will be giving that up. You've made a lot of sacrifices. Tell me why this is so important to you.
Um, I believe it's so important to me because it's something that I believe I'll be great at, and that I'm passionate about. I don't want to be stuck in just a job or a career that I'm like, oh, I got to go to work every day. But like, I want to be excited and know that I'm helping people as it relates to my profession. So that's why I'm willing to give everything, because I know it'll be worth it in the end. I know I'll be helping someone else, and I'll be able to advocate for people. And one of the most important jobs, besides saving someone's life, is advocating for someone. And in some cases, depending on the type of law, advocating for someone is saving their life. So that's super important to me, as well as just leaving a legacy on this earth. Like, I think the most important thing that I could ever do is leave a legacy within the legal field, and make a huge contribution to the way in which our statutes are, or the way in which our law or people within our law conduct themselves.
Yeah, you always bring our conversations back to legacy. And of course, being the uncle dad that I am, I always think of legacy, in part leaving a lasting impression or work or body of work for others to follow and to mentor and to model.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But your life's work could also be a legacy in which you have children who
Whoa.
follow you, mentor, and model. And so I'm always thinking of that, though I know that you don't see children specifically on the plan for your life,
Mm-mm.
though you love children and you love to babysit them. You don't see that on your life. You can see how any parent might want a grandbaby or two or three,
Well, unfortunately.
because having such an extraordinary daughter, me who is my daughter,
Mhm.
you want to see that replicated. So you can at least understand the thought, right?
Oh. Maybe, possibly.
Yes,
Maybe
you can
I
understand
can
the thought.
rationalize it. Yes.
Mhm. Yes. And you can expect that whenever you're talking about legacy, that part is probably going to come up.
Yeah. Whenever I talk about legacy, that part could definitely come up. Is it the most
Yes,
important part? Absolutely not. But yeah.
yes, yes. And I love that you have your own mind, even though, I'm going to continue to pray for you. You have your own mind. And even as a younger person, younger woman, you've always kind of had your own idea of the things you wanted to participate in and do. Where do you think that comes from?
I don't have an explanation for that or where it comes from. I think I just wanted to be my own person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. I mean, there are moments, of course, that we all want to fit in, but I'd rather set the pace and the tone
Mm-hmm.
than follow it. I'm okay following sometimes, but like
Mm-hmm.
if I set the standard, then the standard has enormous possibilities of where I could want it to go. If someone else sets it, then it could remain stagnant. It could not go anywhere. It could go further, but if I'm in control of the boat, then there's less. I just feel there's less likely a chance that it'll sink. I guess is my best explanation as to
Mm-hmm.
why or my thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think that's a great explanation. I was gonna follow up that and ask you. So then, do you feel like you are what they consider a natural born leader? Because you've always been that kind of person who wanted to say, "Oh, well, I want to do this," or "Let's do this." Do you feel like that is natural born? What do you feel about? Do you feel like that? I asked this question, I think, on another live. Do you see yourself as a leader? And you said, "I could." Um, kind of, I'm paraphrasing, that was your answer to me. And so I'm asking it again, kind of, do you feel like that was something that you always have had?
Um, yes and no. I feel like maybe in my high school days that kind of shined more or became more apparent. I think in my elementary or middle school years, I was more shy. I'm still shy now, but I was more shy than I am currently. And it kind of took to be
Mm-hmm.
pushed into different leadership roles at first for me to see my own potential as a leader. I think I still haven't really realized my full potential as a leader as of yet. And there's more work for me to do. And I
Mm-hmm.
110% realize that. So it's natural born, yet um, environmental, I would say. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I see you as very much an ambivert, not quite an introvert as you may describe it. I think you have notes, you have high notes of extroversion, but really introvert fits because typically a person who is fueled by their time away from people, that's really an introvert. So I would describe you as that, but you also ambivert, very affable, very um, connect well with people, and sometimes could be described as outgoing. So I think there are many people in leadership that are extroverted, and that might serve them well because a lot of extroverted people are very introspective, right, and reflective, and they pay attention, and they're deep listeners and deep thinkers. So all of those are great traits for leadership. So I just wondered if you saw it that way, and it sounds like, kind of, sort of, you do see it that way, and see yourself having the same kind of leadership at Thurgood Marshall that you had at U of M. Do you expect that you're going to get really involved like you were involved in activism and different things while you're there?
Yes, I absolutely believe that I'll be as involved or even more involved than I was at U of M at TMSL. I've kind of already begun that. So for my incoming class, I created a Discord or group chat so that we could connect a little bit and share information before the semester starts. And it's really turned out to work well. Any issues that we've had, or trying to flush out things or get more information on events or things that might be happening has been posted in that group. And of course, making sure that we all have access to the same resources. I've been able to do that. I think I'll do the same thing and apply for some more leadership positions and try to be as involved as possible. I think being involved makes the experience and the learning that much better. So, yeah.
Okay, very good. I am going to bring up the link again for those of you that are on Facebook, Twitch TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter so that you can see the link and you can scan the QR code. Those of you that are on Amazon, of course, the link is there. The item is being featured, and appreciate that. Can you tell me, Autumn, as we're at right at the half hour, What do you think you are looking forward to the most going to Thurgood Marshall? What are you looking forward to the most?
I am looking forward to the most of making connections and networking. I think a huge aspect of the law or law school isn't just doing the cases, the memos, the briefing, the readings. It's networking. And in the legal field, it's not about just what you know, but it's about who you know. So being able to make those connections so that I can rise in the legal field, in the legal realm, is something that I'm super excited about. It's something that I think I didn't do as much in my undergraduate career, and I was a little shy to kind of do in some aspects. But I think I'll do more now because I realize the importance and the benefits of doing so.
Fantastic. And shout out back to you, Orc, from YouTube events. Hello there, sir, Orc TV. I got to catch your videos and catch some of your great music. I'll be heading over there to do it. This is Autumn Nicole Davis, who is my niece, but who is like a daughter to me. And I'm excited to have her here to talk about the gratefulness journey every day, which will be impacting her journey for the good. So I asked you what you're looking forward to most. What will you miss the most?
I'm gonna miss my friends and my family and um possible home cooked meals. You don't cook that much, but possibly getting some more meals because you said you're not gonna mail them. And but yeah, I'm gonna miss my best friend Cheyenne and my friend Danielle. I'm gonna miss hanging with my friend DC, like all the people that like have become like my tribe and my close
Mhm.
group of friends that's almost like family. So I'm gonna miss seeing them every single day or seeing them four
Mhm.
times out of the week. I'm so used to being with
Mhm.
them and their personalities and our way of doing things. I'm gonna miss being able to come over and come home and just jump in your bed and bug you and bother you. And of course, I complain about the 75 kisses you give me right here, but I'm gonna miss having to complain about that. So it's
Mhm.
those aspects of like the good times, funny times of like it being on a regular basis. That's what I'm gonna miss
Mhm.
most. But y'all can always come visit. I will be coming home more often than you think. And yeah, because I could get on the Zoom real quick for class.
Yes, but probably not that much back and forth home. Probably not so much. But I can say that you know, growing up watching you grow up kind of as a girl dad uncle, our lifetime movie times and Netflix and popcorn times and our brunch moments. I think those will be different moments now that you're going to be so. Do you think that you expect that the amount of FaceTimes will climb?
Yeah, I think you're gonna call me. I mean, you call me almost every day now,
Mhm.
so let's not act like it's not already up there.
No, no. Every day is not up there. Every day, calling your child every day is not up there.
Yes, it is.
If you
What you?
called
I
your
told you
child
yesterday.
if you called your child 2 or 3 times the day, that might be up there.
No,
I call you once a day. Hey, how you doing? How was your day? You had a great day? Okay. All right. That's not up there. That's what parents do. And children do that as well. They call their parents and check on them. But once a
I'll
day
call
is
you and
not
check
too
on you.
much. Once a day is not too much to call you.
It's too much. So yeah, I'm sure you're gonna call me every day.
I will continue to call every day.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And you probably might call me in the morning and at night.
No, I'll call you once a day. I will expect
Yeah,
for you to
okay.
call me once a day, but I'll call you once a day.
Same difference. Yeah, we're gonna talk every day. So like it's no big deal.
Yes, because you'll be in a new environment. You won't know the people there, and you'll have to get used to and adjusted to that. And you've never been that far away. And however old you get, you're going to always be my baby. So of course I'm going to call at least once a day. And I will be looking for you to call me. And if you don't call me, then, I'll be wondering what's happening. Because everybody takes a break from studying. I will
Maybe
not.
I don't want to spend my break talking.
But it takes all of a minute to call and
Uncle, we have never had a 1 minute phone call.
well, we have had short calls. But my point is, how long does it take to say, hey, I'm doing good?
Short is relative.
It is. Yes, it is. I know there's a counselor in making there's a point there, but yes, short is relative and parenting is relative too. And the more that the farther away you go, the more that we have some concern. I know you're in God's hands, but I'm definitely going to call and check on you and see how you're doing. Just like you say, I do every day. I talk to you every day. And if I don't talk to you, then it's typically, a text, Autumn, ... question mark, as if, did you forget that you belong to someone? You are my child. That's how that goes. But I
I
get it.
hope your Facebook. I hope they in there commenting about how you be calling me every day.
No, I don't think that. I think parents understand where I'm coming from. It's not like, Autumn, what you doing? Good morning. Okay. Autumn, what you doing? It's lunchtime. Did you eat lunch? Okay. Autumn, what you have for dinner? Did you cook your dinner? I don't do that. I call you once a day and say, hey, how was your day? How you doing? Everything okay? I think that's reasonable for a parent to do, whether you're around the corner or in Dubai. I think it's reasonable to do. And so I'll continue to do that and you can grunt through it. And maybe one day, just maybe one day you will have a son or daughter and you'll say,
Yep, that'll do
oh,
it.
oh, I understand. I understand now. And until that day, I'm going to have that, not even until that day. It'll be after that day because I'll still be calling you every day. Um, but it's just
A parent thing.
I guess it's a parent thing. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
apparently, as I would say, apparently.
Are you in these dad jokes,
Well,
please?
I think it's pretty good one. All right. So you told me the things that you're going to miss and people and the things you're looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Are there things that you plan to leave behind?
Nah, besides my love, y'all know I love y'all, but I don't have anything that I am leaving behind. I mean, I have a couple of things I'll be leaving at your house.
That's probably not the same thing. I kind of meant, are there mindset shifts that are going to happen that you plan to? Are there habits that you say, I'm going to stop this now? Are there things that you intend to leave behind?
No, I think I'm not a big procrastinator. I've worked on, like I mentioned in the other lives. Please y'all go back and watch. Um, but these 3 years I believe I was sat down for a reason for 3 years and not able to go to law school. And that was to work on myself. So some of my old habits or terrible habits I've already flushed out during this 3 year process to kind of get to this point to be able to. So like procrastination, I'm not a procrastinator anymore. I'm just gonna, all right, I'll do it and work on it little by little because I've learned that if you work on it little by little, it's better than trying to cram everything at once and overloading your brain and causing you more anxiety than that's needed. And the uh, remaining or making sure that you do things ahead of time leaves room for any errors to be corrected. And I learned that in the application process. I made sure that I completed essays ahead of time and then had at least 5 people go over my law school essay or my personal statement or my addendum for multiple applications. And it was only I was only able to do that because I gave people enough time and I gave myself enough time to get things done and did it little by little. So I don't have to leave that behind anymore because I've already gotten it out the way. So there's not a lot of things that, or really anything I can think of that I'll be leaving behind.
Okay. So you spent the 3 years you did the work working on Autumn to make autumn the best and kind of purging out old habits. And I think the procrastination is a huge win for you and will be throughout your life because you already have a go get it once you decide that you're going to go get it. Now that you have a go get it without having to take the pauses and the procrastination, or as I say, procrastination, when you kind of half do it, you fully have worked through that. And I think that that is amazing. I think that's wonderful to do. We are at 8:42, and I wanted to ask you, you mentioned in one of the previous lives that you are your ancestors, your grandparents, your mother's, mine, wildest dream, and it's coming true. What is your wildest dream?
It's gonna go back to legacy again. So I think my wildest dream is to leave a mark and legacy in the legal field. Whether that's a Supreme Court case one day that I'm representing or presenting, or whether that's um, as a prosecutor implementing or looking at ridding of mandatory minimum sentencing in a specific area, or calling or advocating for that to be nationwide. Um, some kind of mark where people can study me in the textbook, or people can see the contributions that I've made and how it's affected one part of the legal realm or one part of the legal field or multiple. So that's my wildest dream.
I think that's a pretty good dream. That's a great dream to have and totally achievable. And I look forward, I hope to be around for a long time to see you achieve these great things. I don't know what is
That's
that.
me. Sorry.
Um, achieve these great things. And I've been so proud to be along the journey. Um, all right, Bear. So I was saying earlier, because and Orc TV will know this because he's been on TikTok, where we met. Even though he has a fantastic channel that you should check out, people should check out Orc TV. He will have heard me say this about affirmations and how powerful affirmations can be um, in setting what I say is the foundational work for quieting all the other voices and raising the voice that God has spoken about you and within you that propels you forward. And I want to ask you about affirmations before I share that affirmation and ask you about, I know you have a favorite scripture. I'm hearing some, is that me in the
Yeah, that's you in
background?
the back.
Are you playing me?
That's-
Okay. Um, I know you have a favorite scripture, but what affirmation or affirmations are ones that you think are great or important?
So I technically have two favorite, and I think you don't know my other one, and my other one is really my true favorite one. So one of the scriptures is Jeremiah 29:11, and the other one is Romans 8:18. The Romans 8:18 is my favorite scripture. For I know the present sufferings is nothing compared to the glory that will be revealed to you. And I think it kind of goes hand in hand with my favorite affirmation for myself, which is that I'm more than a conqueror. So that there are things that have happened, will happen in my life that may feel like I'm suffering. It may feel like I can't get out of it. It may feel like there's no light at the end of this tunnel. But I am more than a conqueror. I can conquer anything that comes my way. I've done it before. I can do it again, and I will do it in the future, and I'm doing it now. So, like, kind of letting myself know that on a daily basis, or even just when things come up that I'm like, I'm frustrated, like I don't know what to do. Or during this legal process of taking the LSAT, I had to tell myself, okay, I can conquer the LSAT. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. The LSAT is just one feat. It's just one thing that there's something else at the end of the tunnel. Like focus on the end. I think that those affirmations, those things has kept me steadfast on my goals. And I would recommend anyone to do daily affirmations, weekly affirmations, tailor them to whatever is happening in your life, or what you want to happen in your life. Because affirmations aren't just of current what's happening currently, but they can be geared towards what you want to happen in the future. Like I told myself, I will be an attorney. I will be an attorney. I will be an attorney. And there used to be something written on my wall that said like, law school, or here I'm going to be an attorney. Um, and then I know at one point it changed when I moved in my apartment. I think a couple weeks after I took my LSAT, I made a new affirmation, which was law school, here I come. And that was before I had applied. That was before I had gotten any acceptances. Let me see if I can show you guys. So it sits right there. It's still there, just because now I'm doing the countdown of law school, here I come. But it was more so geared towards of here I come, I'm going to get it, it's going to happen. And so that was just a small affirmation for me. But I recommend that everyone have some daily or weekly or monthly or some kind of affirmations.
I love it. I love it. And I think I did know that. I think when you were younger, I think at your grandmother's funeral, you read your favorite scripture. So I think I did know that. I also love that you know that God has plans for you, right? Mm-hmm. Because I think that that is important too. And it is a beautiful affirmation, the ones that you have as well. I think it's a beautiful affirmation for people that are listening and people that might be on a similar journey to know that God has a plan for you. And if you say that every day, God has a plan for me, he keeps putting me on the wake up list because he has a plan for me, then you won't give up. You won't be as apt to give up. I believe you give life to your words and your words can change your life. And so hearing your affirmations, I think are really good for people across all of these platforms to be reminded that affirmations are something that each individual should have. And I agree with you. Your affirmation can be present proof, but when you set it as an intention, set it as an aim for somewhere that you want to go in the future, then it becomes even that much more powerful.
And it teaches you gratefulness.
And it teaches you gratefulness, which is a great segue to this gratefulness affirmation that I co-created for some of the folks that I've been doing some coaching with on TikTok, because people were saying, I feel stuck and I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere. And I don't have this, I can't get this, and I can't get this. And those might be true feelings that you have at various points in your life. And so this affirmation, if I show gratefulness to God by handling the blessings that I already have, he will respond to my faith and action by unlocking the abundance yet to come. And I will receive it. I will receive it. I will receive it. Because we often say what we don't have. And a lot of times that comes from people telling us or us comparing to what others have, right? Sometimes it comes from people saying, you're not tall enough, you're not smart enough, you're not cute enough, you're not this enough, right? And if we internalize, we give voice to other people's words and they become what happens in our life. But if we say, well, instead of saying I can't do this or I don't have this, I'm going to show gratefulness for what I do have, the blessings that I do have. And the way I show gratefulness is by handling them well, being a good steward, being a good custodian over what I have. And that just opens the earth school up for God to unlock the goodness, the abundance, the wealth, the richness, the vastness that is to come. And so it is both an affirmation of I'm taking responsibility for what I have, but I'm making way for the future. And the example I gave earlier at 7 was just saying, when you clean out your closet, because Autumn has 16 closets. So when she cleans out the closet, if you clean out the closet and take everything off the floor and wipe away the cobweb, sanitize the floor, if you wash the walls or polish them if it's in the wooden one, if you take off the clothes that you can no longer wear and the items that you no longer want that uncle thinks that you're just so fabulous in, and you compartmentalize them, you fold them, you put them in a new place, what you really have done is taken accountability for the blessings you already have. You're becoming a good steward over those. And now gratefulness has freed you up because it's made space for all of the things that are yet to come. And that space will be filled up with even better things. Now, it doesn't mean that the things that you took out don't have value. They don't have the same place in your life that they did before. And so unforgiveness and pain and disappointment and devastation had value. They happened, they were reality, but they have a different place. They're folded neatly and put away, or they're put in a bag to give away, or they're sold on Poshmark, or they're auctioned off. They have a different, their value proposition for your life has shifted. And now you are free. You have room, you have space for the abundance that is yet to come. And I think that's a powerful affirmation for people who feel stuck, or who are angry with the cards that they feel they've been dealt, or who feel lost, or who feel cheated. Some people feel cheated. I stayed in that marriage and this happened to me. I did that. I stayed at that job. I never got the promotion. I did that. And then you are not forgiving yourself for not moving sooner. Well, guess what? You can't change when you didn't move, but you can change when you are free. And so I think that's an important affirmation to have. We're at 8:53 and there are just about 3 hours left for Prime Day. Woo! So here's what I'm asking everybody across platforms to do. That if you see this video, that you will share it. And when I see you share it, I'm going to go and share it so that we can have more and more and more and more people share it. And then click on the link, click on the QR code, purchase the book. The Gratefulness Journey every day is available. And listen, you don't have to just purchase one. You can purchase it as a book club for your family, 5, 10. You can purchase it for your mission circle. You can purchase it for the Usher board, You can purchase it for your fraternity sisters or your fraternity brothers or your sorority sisters. You can purchase it for every organization where there is someone in that organization who feels stuck, who wants more joy and peace in their life, who's dealing with anger or temperament issues, who's dealing with anxiety, who's dealing with a whole host of things. Gratefulness will help you as a practice to transform your life. Well, Autumn, I am so proud of you. And you have been a trooper these last couple of days to help Uncle, to partner with Uncle so that more people can see the prime reason that I am here on these platforms is to do what I can to help your legacy continue to other children. I mean, help your legacy.
Get it together.
Come on now.
Get it together.
Like, come on now.
Anyway, hallelujah. It's over. Yay!
To help your legacy be firmly built, and that you will always remember that there was an Uncle Dad who loved you immensely, who believed in you beyond affinity, and who will support you till the wheels fall off. Yes, I know. And may that propel you to fly to new heights and to experience great things, to stretch and develop your mind even more so that you can do the good in this world that you have been anointed and called to do. So I'm just extremely proud. The proudest Uncle Dad alive.
Girl Dad.
And I hope that others will join me in helping you have a smooth transition into law school in an environment where there's still some uncertainties that we don't know what the state of Texas is doing as it relates to its students and universities and colleges. But we know that there is a community that will help us fill in the gap. And at the end of the day, it's all in God's hands, in God's time. Thank you so much for joining us. And thank you across platforms for joining us. Click those links and click those shares. Thank you so much.